Alright guys, update 1.2.1. This update introduces two new cookies, Licorice Cookie and Black Pudding Cookie. I know we were all waiting for Black Pudding Cookie. Black Pudding Cookie was actually the reason I downloaded this game. I saw him on the cover art and was like, wow, that guy's actually kind of cool looking. He looks a lot like Marbleberry Cookie. I'm gonna download this. And they buffed Rye Cookie.
Rye Cookie! I meant Rye Cookie! I'm so f***ing dyslexic.
Quick heads up, my dumbass is gonna say it some more. Just so you know.
Yeah, they gave her the ability to use her special in the middle of her ultimate to cancel it, to fix the mistake of using your ultimate in the first place. They know the exact problem with Rye Cookie 2 because they put it in the developer note. Rye Cookie excels at dealing heavy damage along a linear attack path, but missing an attack often left little room for recovery. The adjustment allows for more flexible combat decisions and smoother follow-up actions during battle.
Okay, so let me get this straight, right? So you're Rye Cookie and you use your ultimate and you whip it so much you have to use your special ability to get out of there. Now you don't have your special and your ultimate. What do you have left?
Oh, so you want me to use the auto attacks that you yourself said?
Often left a little room to recover. Here's a suggestion right off my dome piece. Since you already segmented her basic attack into 4 different parts, why don't you split that in half and make one half do more damage than the other? It's rewarding when you hit the high damage half. It lets you compete with other cookies like Brie Cookie. She has one projectile that does 1,000 damage. Meanwhile, all Brie Cookie has to do is walk a little bit to the left or right and have you miss a couple of bullets. Her health is also so low, you kind of just have to pray and hope no one comes into the back line to come and get you. It's just a shame that you have a cookie whose win condition is if your enemy team doesn't even notice you're there. Espresso Cookie and Blue Slushy Cookie also got some touch-ups. Nothing too crazy to talk about. Alright, but let's move on to the best part of the video and look at all the new cookies. Starting with Licorice Cookie. His basic attack, Licorice Scythe, swings a scythe forward, firing crescent-shaped licorice jelly that deals damage to enemies. They don't really represent it well in the example, but the crescents actually move kind of slow, so they'll linger a little bit at the end of their range. His special ability unleashes a cursed veil forward, dealing continuous damage for 4 seconds. The one you start with reduces the opponent cookie's movement speed by 50%. The second special ability reduces their attack by 70%, which is absolutely bonkers and crazy. If you see an ultimate coming, you can just slap them with this and that ultimate's doing no damage, I guarantee you. And then the third one does a push and a knock up. And this is when I realized Licorice Cookie, if you don't count the downtime between getting pushed and knocked up in the air, Licorice Cookie is the first controller cookie that doesn't stun. Now listen, I've said this before, but this is just my opinion on stuns and slows. If you slow an enemy, they can still attack you, they can still use their abilities, and you're gonna lose HP. Why would you have that when your controller can stun them completely, you won't lose HP, and you can destroy them before they can use any of their abilities? His ultimate summons a tombstone at a target location for 10 seconds, dealing damage to nearby enemies and creating an aura around it. It also summons a couple of goons. One of them reduces the enemy movement speed by 30%. The other one creates 10% vulnerability on enemy cookies and summons a giant goon with more HP and more damage. I swear to you, he is a mage cookie. They just called him a controller cookie. He's a controller cookie that has no stun, and the best controlling aspect about him is the special ability that reduces movement speed by 50%. You can't tell me it's a controller ability to reduce your enemy attack by 70%. And then his third special ability, the one that pushes and then knocks him up, that can be considered as controller, but they reduce the range you can use it at. So you have to be on, you have to be on top of people. But the thing is, he actually doesn't have a lot of HP. So if you're on top of people, you're not gonna really survive. His reload speed is slow, and he's only got 2 shots, making his 1v1 capability really low. His damage output is also very low because he only has 2 charges, and he doesn't actually do that much damage. I was in a game with 2 Licorice Cookies on the enemy team, and I was struggling to get rid of their minions. Like, I was just battling their minions the whole time. It was pretty miserable. I'd put him in about C tier, maybe low B tier. Like, you can't trick me, he's a mage. Black Pudding Cookie is next. I actually have a few choice things to say about this.
Let's start with his basic attack, Crescent Slash, a 3-hit combo attack. The first 2 hit in a cone, while the third one is a dash forward that reduces your skill cooldown. They don't tell you this, but if you use one of your attacks, it doesn't reload automatically. automatically. You have to use all 3 before you're actually able to reload. I really enjoy the dash at the end of your combo because it helps you get out of things like Espresso Cookie's ultimate and dodge attacks you would normally have to use your special skill for. But it is at the end of your combo, so you're gonna be most likely spamming your attack button, opening up the window for the double-edged sword aspect of you running straight into the enemy attacks, killing yourself. I also want to say being a bruiser cookie in this meta is actually kind of bad because you have so many cookies with deployables that have the same amount of HP as regular cookies, and they take all of your attack to get rid of, and now you have to fight the enemy team who's full health and they have all of their attack, and you're just a little bruiser cookie who has to be in the middle of all of it, and you're gonna get clapped regardless. Like, I'm going against 2 licorice cookies here, and my teammates can't even deal with the little minion of the licorice cookie. All right, his special ability is just a dash forward on all 3 of them. They have separate effects. The first one gives you 20% shield. The second one gives you a 10% shield and 30% lifesteal. In my opinion, this is the best one because it actually allows you to be a bruiser cookie and stay in the fight longer. The third one sounds cool on paper. It gives you a 15% shield increase for every cookie that you hit. I actually tried this in a game. You spend way too much time trying to line up the attacks instead of being a bruiser cookie. Just use the one that gives you lifesteal. Trust me, you'll enjoy the gameplay more. For his ultimate, you project a black pudding cookie that does a lot of damage, but you do this stupid thing where you stand completely still for about 2 seconds while the enemies just wail on you. The trade-off is not worth it. You should just let your auto attack reload. You do more damage and it's the exact same speed. His second ultimate, in my opinion, is his best one because it creates an area of effect damage that will help you compensate for the amount of time you wasted using your ultimate, and it can act as a barrier to kind of intimidate the enemy cookies from coming over to you. You can isolate 1v1s with this. I personally don't think Black Pudding Cookie does enough damage and has enough presence on the battlefield to be a bruiser cookie. He's more along the lines of an assassin cookie to me because he has the movement, he has the burst damage, which is typically associated with assassin cookies in MOBAs like this. He just doesn't have the bruiser capability. Everyone in this game has a dash that gives them shield. Cool, but the only thing that makes him a bruiser cookie is his second special skill, which you don't even get if you don't have him level 6. But yeah, that's update 1.2.1. Both of these cookies are pretty balanced. I like them both. Both of their ultimates need a little bit of tweaking. Like, you need to make it worth using Black Pudding Cookie's ultimate. Like, it's just not worth using it right now. And then Licorice Cookie's ultimate, why are we giving him deployables that have the same amount of HP as my Marksman's cookie? Like, I don't know about you, but I don't want to be fighting for my life on point and look to the right to see my teammate getting clapped by one NPC gooner. Playing this game right now is like playing zombie mode. I'm fighting more NPCs than I'm actually fighting cookies. And then once when I get to the cookies, I'm below half health and I'm getting clapped. Somebody please get in a triple stack, run Licorice Cookie, String Cheese Cookie, and Strawberry Crepe Cookie with all of their deployables and tell me how that goes. Tell me the amazing fat win streak y'all are gonna get on, because you essentially have a team of 5. Okay, I need to get back to my 9 to 5, so I'll leave y'all to play this update and make up your own minds about it. Please, if you know the secret sauce, the secret combos to make these cookies good, please tell me, because I'm gonna be trying to make best build videos for both of these cookies as soon as possible, and that'll make it a lot easier for me. All right, I love you guys. You have a good day.